If you like to see someone fight against the nature of the world, really, well, have their own die-hard moment. Jumping out of a helicopter, saving a tragic heroine from savage terrorists or something. Well, you might be in the right place, because we got that in spades. As well as some accelerator. Are we actually going to take down the underbelly of everything? I don't think so in one episode. But let's get started. More people wearing faces that aren't theirs. Returning of more characters that are using the Aztec magic. I did want to see this. What? Okay. Was that just a show of strength, or... Bleh. Using her as a medium for the spell. Also, for having fewer than half of her bones left, doesn't look too bad. At least none of the major ones seem to have been just obliterated. How long is she able to keep that up? Also, the whole get out of here, it's not safe, didn't really go down well with him. Is he I'm not sure who I'm talking about, either him or Accelerator, really ready for this fight. How many lighters does he have? So, learning from all the previous fights that he's had, think of a way to actually be Accelerator. Seems more data is needed to be acquired. And because they're on the side of justice, they are allowed to do basically whatever they wish. The end goal is all that matters. I think that sentence made sense. Yeah. All it takes for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. However, as soon as you tread that line and start doing evil in the name of good, which side are you really on? Ah, crap. Looks like he's going to need to go back to the doctor. Can you fix this little issue? Good transition. However, in this occasion, it seems to have Yeah, everyone else, they didn't really want to survive. But she didn't grasp the full extent of her powers. And she was a bit slow in pulling that out. To get a clean hit in. And since this guy used the other one as material, is he also willing to sacrifice? The difference in experience... Oh, it took a clean hit. Difference in experience. That's gut-wrenching. You should have read more. Anyone who's just think they can take the power of the grimoires, almost as if they are somewhat sentient. How indeed. But so he just pretended to get affected by it. And that's why you need to do each thing once. The fact that he tested out cutting him off from the network before, that was the downfall. Takes one to know one, apparently. Is she talking down to her? The helicopter was not her doing. There's more at play here than just... That's what they realise and who's straight in front of them. Every second that you're waiting here is wasted. I've seen that face before. The fact that Toma's name was brought up in the same kind of thing, the same sentence that Accelerators was in terms of interfering with plans. Hamazura? And yet somehow he persists. But no one is allowed to mess with fate itself. I like that. The fact that Hamazura, a seeming nobody, has turned everything like this. They've messed with science too much. It's like something too much to bear, kind of like the grimoires, I guess. It's right behind him. It's behind you all along. The fact that all of the others just kind of fell over. Angel. Like? Huh. Not sure if that's meant to mean anything to me. Kind of getting the same vibes as Alistair, though, but, floating there, hair kind of in the... Just... There's far too much excitement for her for one day, especially after collapsing so many times. He's not going to just leave her and run. Can anyone just turn up in this situation? They're getting closer. But in a tunnel like this, there's no really to hide either. Sometimes prayers aren't just answered. And unfortunately, sometimes they are. I think I'd prefer to face the soldiers. You don't know who helped? Yeah, that green was unmistakable. What the What exactly is that? From when we first met her, she's really kind of fallen apart a bit. Surely, you should know that much already. Excuse me. Well, the speech itself was redacted. Huh? And from the fact that even concepts are censored and naysay in this world, I'm guessing this is actual, a biblical representation of an angel. The terrifying ones. It would be useful. Okay, that's an easier one to understand. And as such, it's doomed to fail before even really starting. Extra reason for Accelerator to take up the deal with knowledge now. Mentioning that Last Order might be in peril. That was precise, quick. has affixed something to the virus. Okay. I like that. Every time we see his distorted subtitles and the voice to accompany it. Although the ones that are on the floor might be... still in danger. Ah, there's a cross on him. So all he needs to do is interfere with that. And they can't appear in this world. He's not going to go all in without some sort of plan in place. This is Accelerator. Fighting the world itself, and how far is he willing to go? Okay. And where's the girl? Ah, there she is. So against leaving her behind. Oh, she can transform that at will. I'm guessing she's keeping her alive because she's still somewhat useful. Yep, there we go. The thing is, if she does use it, that's an end to herself as well. Who's he attacking? But in a way to get her to put down the crystals. Definitely effective. Oh, he'll just have to do it as many times as it really takes. That's a munitions factory. I like... Might just peek the microphone. Once again, you've done something far outside what you should be able to. It's too early to celebrate. Run. Oh, using the Meltdowner to propel herself forward. Atmospheric entry test. Ah, for the planes. Who was that? So does that mean the others are also... Well, it's just, showing what your insides are. Also, the reason she's like that is because, just like now, instead of winning and ending the fight, really running her mouth. Is he starting the test? How did you accidentally, well, maybe not accidentally, drop the glass from shooting the window to press the buttons you needed? I guess fate is on his side. That's why Alistair is not Alistair. Maybe Alistair. That's why they're scared of him. How many? Just apparently I have that ability. I was half expecting to see a very charred version of Mugano open that for him. Apparently even one that is not allowed to die can't overcome re-entry. Just take yourself a jet. Instead of those acting like robots or puppets. He could have at least cleaned up the floor. Bloodstains are terribly difficult to get out. We're not going to see a leg or anything step out for him. Does anyone else have a direct line to talk to him? It's only a matter of time before you overcome the I don't know, power gap, become a god himself. Where's he expecting to go with Last Order like that? Russia. I wonder if Accelerate is going to remember the little run-in he had with Index before. And where's Hamazura gonna go off to? We already know where Toma is. Okay. I think that's going to be difficult for him now. Yeah, after getting through everything that has been so far, the world has different plans put in place for him. But we could have found a better way in rather than walking through the snow like that, but... Wow. Several times in that episode I actually had to pause it and do stuff, which means I might have forgotten integral lines. So if I have, please inform me. But... wow. Just... Mugano reappearing, form of a ghostly spectre, a very pissed off ghostly spectre with the power to melt steel beams, and the Aztec magicians not really letting go, not going to just let him out do his thing, although sending some people who don't really know what they're up against. Everyone that we are seeing, it's not difficult to root for them when they are on the back foot, when they are the underdog and fighting for survival. Even though we've watched them do some pretty heinous things in the past. And it is quite a stroke of luck for Hamazura to just stumble across a facility that has jets for him to make an escape and a re-entry test experiment set up and raring to go to save him. That is some plot armor type level of luck. But when you have a world like the Academy City where we had the satellite which had everything kind of planned out, percentages, what the likelihood of success would be to pretty high degree, and for several decades to come, outliers that are outside of the parameters that you could know about. Toma, Hamazura apparently, and even Accelerator, even though he was part of the Mikasa network testing. Would be nice to see them all come together, as long as they don't immediately get on the wrong foot. Start off an all-out warfare out in Russia. But how many kind of unnamed grunts are going to be thrown into the meat grinder? All those soldiers, they were there to create a sense of tension. Oh no, they're closing in on him. Oh, now they're fish food. The real baddie was behind him in an ominous green glow. And also, if you completely ignore the fact that she was saying, people like her who are useful, they're not allowed to die. Excuse me? Who's out there reanimating the dead for their own nefarious deeds? And to what lengths is it not allowed to die? Reduced to a atomic level? And if we just think about the Aztec spell grimoire thing that was used there, using bones as a medium to a conduit for the magical powers, it didn't actually seem that strong. For sacrificing half of the bones in someone's body, although maybe we can put it down to the fact that the wielder didn't know his shit. Although it does kind of make sense now how Hamazura escaped off the roof like we got in that flashback, repelled without any sort of protective gear from a helicopter, and now this other escape from Mugano. It seems the universe has plans in store for him. We're kind of along for the ride. And from starting off as basically a nobody, a background character in somebody else's story, Hamazura has really started to make a place for himself. No one's safe, no one can be happy, and worst of all, we're going to Russia. So if you're excited for the next episode, tag along. If you liked this one, consider leaving a like down below, maybe even a comment. Hell, subscribe so you don't miss out. But for now, I'm gonna take a break. Catch you in the next one. If you also want to try and overcome the tides of fate, well, you're in for a tough time. So why not just sit back and watch some anime? That's what my patrons have decided to do. And if you want to join them, you have the likes of Electricant, Noku, Raywin, Kite, Sao, Shiwan, Matt, Stinsfire, Girly, Sotitron, Cardboard, Croyville, Jennifer Rojas, Alvin Garcia, Santiago, DeFero, Dark Shadow 7899, Defender of Segs, and everyone else. Even with a stupid amount of luck on my side, I wouldn't be where I am now without all of you.